It was the year 2062, and the once thriving town of EldersFall was now a wasteland. 24 years ago, the unthinkable happened. Zombies imprisoned for over a millennium had escaped. The massive cages at the outskirts of town, which had once held back the undead, had crumbled, unleashing terror on the unsuspecting residents. The zombies of EldersFall weren't ordinary. Captured by ancient warriors 1,200 years ago, they were practically indestructible. Their bodies would heal and regrow when damaged. Bones, flesh, everything regenerated within minutes. The men of that ancient time, unable to find a way to kill them, constructed elaborate, enchanted cages to keep the zombies sealed away forever. Or so they thought. For centuries, the townspeople lived without concern for the undead threat lying just beyond their borders. Stories of the captured zombies faded into legend. But in the year 2038, something changed. Whether it was the weakening of the cage's magic or a disturbance in the ground itself, no one knew. But one thing was certain: the zombies broke free. They emerged from the darkness with ravenous hunger, devouring everything in their path, turning people into more of their kind with every bite. Chaos reigned as the town was overrun. In just a matter of weeks, EldersFall became a nightmare. Most of the population either fled or perished, and those who didn't escape were turned into zombies themselves. 24 years later, only a small resistance of survivors remained in the surrounding regions, living in fear and hiding. Among them were Sarah and Ethan, two researchers determined to uncover the truth about the zombies and find a way to stop them once and for all. Sarah, a sharp-minded historian, had spent years piecing together the town's ancient history. She believed that the answer to killing the zombies lay in the past, within the forgotten texts and rituals of the men who first captured them. Ethan, a skilled archaeologist, had traveled far and wide, collecting relics and studying ancient magic in the hopes of discovering a method to destroy the undead. One evening, Sarah and Ethan made a breakthrough. In a hidden library, deep in the catacombs beneath EldersFall's ruined cathedral, they unearthed an ancient scroll. It described a long-lost ritual performed by the town's ancestors, which involved the use of a powerful artifact, a stone forged from the ashes of fallen stars. The scroll hinted that this starstone had the ability to permanently destroy the regenerative powers of the zombies. The catch? The starstone had been buried with the leader of the ancient warriors who had first captured the zombies. His tomb was said to be hidden deep in the forbidden forest on the outskirts of town, the very forest that had become a nesting ground for the undead. Armed with this newfound knowledge, Sarah and Ethan prepared for the most dangerous journey of their lives. The forest was overrun with the creatures that had destroyed EldersFall, and their only hope was to retrieve the Starstone before the zombies wiped out the remaining survivors. As they ventured deeper into the forest, they encountered the nightmarish creatures that had once been human. The zombies lurked in the shadows, their eyes glowing with a feral hunger. Their flesh hung loosely from their bones, constantly regrowing as they lumbered through the underbrush. Sarah and Ethan narrowly escaped several attacks, using every ounce of their wits and strength to fend off the relentless creatures. Finally, after days of perilous travel, they reached the ancient tomb. Inside, they found the resting place of the warrior leader, his body still preserved in armor that had long since rusted over. And there, clutched in his skeletal hand, was the Starstone, gleaming with an otherworldly light. But their victory was short-lived. The disturbance of the tomb had attracted the attention of the undead horde. Within moments, the zombies descended upon them, their grotesque forms pouring into the crypt. With no time to waste, Ethan quickly set up the ritual described in the scroll, chanting the ancient words as Sarah held off the zombies with everything she had. The Star Stone began to glow brighter and brighter, filling the room with blinding light. The zombies screamed in agony, their regenerative abilities faltering as the stone's power washed over them. In a final burst of energy, the Star Stone exploded in a flash of light, and the zombies disintegrated, their bodies reduced to ash. The ancient curse was finally broken. Sarah and Ethan stood in the now silent tomb, breathless but victorious. EldersFall and the world beyond it could finally begin to heal. But as they left the forest, Sarah couldn't help but wonder, how many other ancient evils, hidden and forgotten, still lurked in the shadows of history?